September 11th, 2001. A crystal clear Tuesday morning. People commuting to work, children heading to school, and New Yorkers starting another ordinary day. Within hours, that ordinary day became one of the darkest in American history. Nearly 3,000 innocent lives were lost. Families were torn apart. The nation was shaken to its very core. But even after 2 decades, 2 questions remain.
Why did it happen? Why did it happen?
Why did 9/11 happen? And perhaps more importantly, was it just? To answer that, we need to look beyond the smoke and rubble, back into the complicated history that fueled the attacks. The men behind 9/11 were part of Al-Qaeda, a radical Islamist network led by Osama bin Laden. Their actions were not random. They were driven by a mix of anger, politics, and extremist ideology. First, they were enraged by the presence of American troops in Saudi Arabia after the Gulf War. To them, U.S. soldiers stationed near Islam's holiest sites, Mecca and Medina, was an insult, an occupation of sacred land. Second, they despised America's support for Israel and U.S. involvement in Middle Eastern politics. They believed Washington was backing policies that oppressed Muslims, especially Palestinians. Third, they pointed to sanctions against Iraq in the 1990s, which caused deep suffering. For bin Laden, this was more proof that America was waging war against Islam itself. But politics alone wasn't enough. There was also ideology, a radical worldview that divided the world into 2 camps, believers and enemies. In this worldview, the United States was the ultimate enemy. Violence wasn't just an option. To them, it was the only answer. And here's the chilling part. 9/11 wasn't only about killing thousands, it was a strategy. Bin Laden believed that by hitting America so hard, the U.S. would respond with wars across the Muslim world. Those wars, he hoped, would drain American power and inspire more recruits to his cause. Sadly, history shows he wasn't entirely wrong. The wars in Afghanistan and Iraq lasted for 2 decades, costing trillions of dollars and countless lives. But let's pause here. Even if we understand the reasons, we must ask, was it just? Was killing office workers in the Twin Towers, passengers on 4 planes, and first responders rushing into danger justice? Was turning children into orphans and families into widows justice? Or was it something else, something darker? A mass murder carried out in the name of hatred. Most Americans, and indeed most people around the world, believe the answer is clear.
It is not justice!
It was not justice. It was terror. It was cruelty. And it was a tragedy that scarred not only America, but humanity itself. Now we ask you, what are your thoughts on this day that changed the world? Share them in the comments. We want to hear from you.